Good morning everyone. In the previous videos we have discussed that the optimal operation of thermal power plants without line losses and with line losses and coordination equations for both without line losses and with line losses. And today I would like to explain the numerical problems related to your optimal operation of fuel-fired stations, particularly thermal power plants. It may be considering all kind of operations. So, incremental transmission loss, incremental cost, and transmission line losses, B coefficients, and also penalty factors. This is problem number 1, in which it is a 2-bus system having generator. This is 1 and 2. So each one is connected with generating plant, power plant 1 and 2, and the load is located at plant 2. So therefore a 2-bus system is shown below. If a load of 125 megawatts is transmitted from plant 1 to 2, 125 megawatts, then a transmission loss of 15.625 megawatts is incurred. So therefore it is a PL. So therefore PL is given, that is equal to 15.6 megawatts. Determine the generation schedule and load demand. So PG and PD must be obtained from the problem. The cost of the received power is rupees 24 per megawatt hour, and the incremental cost are given. dF1 by dP1 equal to 0.25 P1 plus 15, dF2 by dP2 equal to 0.05 P2 plus 20. So it may be IC1, this is IC2. So this is the problem. PL is given. If the load of 125 megawatts is transmitted from 1 to 2, this is the loss, from which you can find out B coefficients. And the load is located at plant 2, and hence the loss coefficients related to second bus are equal to 0, and hence there is only one loss coefficient, that is B11. So let us obtain B11 from the loss equation. And then from the IC1 and IC2, the condition for optimal operation is IC1 equal to IC2 when line losses are neglected. When line losses are considered, we will use the penalty factors L1 and L2. So IC1 into L1 is equal to IC2 into L2 equal to lambda. So now solution, let us understand, let us draw the power plant. So this is PG1, similarly PG2, this is PD. Anyhow, this is the PD, that is PD. PD is nothing but demand. Since load is at bus 2, B12 equal to B21, that is equal to B22. All B coefficient related to second bus 2 are equal to 0. And IC1 that is equal to df1 by dp1 that is equal to 0.025 p1 plus 15. Similarly IC2 equal to df2 by dp2 equal to 0.05 p2 plus 20. When 125 megawatts is transferred from plant 1 to 2, then this transferred power is equal to 125 P1 and PL is 15.625. PL is equal to B11 P1 square. Let us substitute P1 in the equation. You will get B11 equal to 0.001 megawatt inverse is the last quotient, and dou PL by dou P1 equal to, so B11 P1 square d by dt B11 P1 square that is equal to dou PL by dou P1 that is equal to 2 into B11 P1. So B11 is obtained. Let us substitute 0.002 P1 equal to dou PL by dou P1. So therefore df1 by dp1 into L1 equal to df2 by dp2 into L2 that is equal to lambda. Now let us df1 by dp1 into L1. L1 is equal to 1 by 1 minus dou PL by dou P1. By substituting that 1 by 1 minus 0.002 P1 is the 1 minus dou PL by dou P1. Let us substitute dou PL by dou P1 in the below expression. You will get 0.025 P1 plus 15 over 1 minus 0.002 P1 equal to 24. Lambda is equal to 24. From the cross multiply, you will get 0.025 P1 plus 15 equal to 24 into 1, 24 minus 24 into 0.002 P1 that is equal to, by substituting that you will get the P1 value that is equal to 123.28 megawatts. This is the P1. And now let us find out L1 and L2 values. L1 is equal to 1 by 1 minus 0.002 P1. P1 is equal to 123.28. Let us substitute. You will get 1.327 is the penalty factor 1 for plant 1. For plant 2, L2 is equal to 1 since dou PL by dou P2 equal to 0. So dou F2 by dou P2 into L2 equal to lambda. So L2 equal to 1. Let us substitute that. L2 equal to 1. So that is equal to 0.05 P2 plus 20 equal to 24, from which you can obtain P2 equal to 80 megawatts. Now let us find out the PL transmission loss that is equal to B11 into P1 square. P1 is already obtained. Let us substitute that value 0.001 into 123.28 square that is equal to 15.197 megawatts. This is the loss. Now PG equal to P1 plus P2. So that is equal to 203.28 megawatts. PD is equal to PG minus PL. Generation minus loss. So that is equal to 188 megawatts. So these are the answers. For the problem number 1, let us review that problem. This is the given problem. IC1 into lambda 1 equal to IC2 into lambda LC2 into L2 is the coordination equation for transmission line losses considered. This is the given problem. Load is located at plant 2. P1 and P2 are the generation sets, plant 1 and 2 respectively. PL is given for a particular power transmission, that is P1 is the power generated at plant 1 and transmitted to the plant 2 to the load. So that is 125, and loss is given 15.625, from which you can obtain B11. Other B coefficients are 0 since load is located at plant 2. And you need to find out PG and PD, for which the solution is, here let us obtain B coefficients. Other B coefficients are zeros here, and B11 is obtained from PL equation, and by substituting B11 you can obtain dou PL by dou P1, dou PL by dou P2, from which you can obtain P1 and P2 respectively. Lambda is given as 24. So dou F1 by dou P1 into L1 equal to 24, from which you can obtain P1 value. After substituting P1 value, you can obtain L1 penalty factor for plant 1, and penalty factor for plant 2 is 1 since dou PL by dou P2 equal to 0. By substituting that, you can obtain P2 value 80 megawatts. So PG is equal to P1 plus P2, you will get 203.28 megawatts. PD is PG minus loss. Loss is obtained by using that expression. PL is equal to B11 into P1 square. What you obtain from the equation, P1 is substituted 123.28 square. You will get the 15.197 megawatts. So this is the solution. This is the problem number 2. Here 1 BTU per hour is equal to 0.293 watts. So the fuel input in BTU per hour for units 1 and 2 are given as F1 and F2 are specified as these expressions. The maximum and minimum loads on the units are 100 megawatts and 10 megawatts respectively. So 10 megawatts, 100 megawatts are the limits, PG limits. And determine the minimum cost of generation when the following load is supplied. The fuel cost of the generation is 2 rupees per hour per million BTU. So this is the load distribution for 6 hours. This is the 50 watts load for 6 hours, 50 watts. For 12 hours, this is the load 150 megawatts. There are two loads for 12 hours duration. 50 megawatts is the load, and for 12 hours duration 150 megawatts is the load. This is the given. Determine the minimum cost of generation when the following load is supplied. So you need to obtain the cost for supplying this load. So for the solution, this is F1 is given, F2 both are specified. dF1 by dP1 equal to, so the derivative of this term 0.048 P1 plus 8, dF2 by dP2 equal to 0.08 P2 plus 6. So therefore IC1 and IC2 are obtained. For the case 1, PD is equal to 50 megawatts, dF1 by dP1 equal to dF2 by dP2 when line losses are neglected. From the expression you can obtain that you can obtain P1 is equal to 15.625 megawatts and P2 is equal to 34.375 megawatts. By substituting these two values P1 and P2, you will get F1 and F2 million BTU per hour, 210.8 and 373.5 respectively. So F1 and F2 are specified. dF1 by dP1, dF2 by dP2 are obtained, from which coordination equation is, this is the coordination equation, PD is 50. So by using P1 plus P2 is equal to 50 and this equation, you can solve P1 and P2 as 15.625 megawatts and 34.375 megawatts respectively. By substituting P1 and P2 in the respective equations F1 and F2, you will obtain 210.8 and 373.5 million BTU per hour. Second case, 150 megawatts, PD is equal to 150 megawatts, therefore P1 plus P2 is equal to 150 megawatts and dF1 by dP1 equal to dF2 by dP2. By using the second equation, this is equation number 3 and 4, by solving these two equations, you will obtain P1 as 78.126, P2 is equal to 71.874 megawatts respectively. By substituting P1 and P2 in the F1 F2 expressions, you will obtain 851.4 and 757.8 million BTU per hour respectively. So by obtaining total cost, summation of all F1, F2, F3, F4 for all 24 hours, this is 12 into 2, 24. So therefore by multiplying with that, you can obtain total cost as 52,649.6 rupees. That is the total cost. Once again, you go for review of second problem. The specified problem is F1 and F2 are specified. This is the load distribution, 6 hours, 12 hours and 6 hours. Total cost 2 rupees per million BTU. Now from F1 and F2 expressions, you can obtain dF1 by dP1, dF2 by dP2. By using the first equation, PD 50, therefore P1 plus P2 50. dF1 by dP1 equal to dF2 by dP2 equation 1 and 2. By solving 1 and 2, you can obtain P1 and P2 respectively. By substituting P1 and P2, you can obtain F1 and F2 respectively. In the second case, PD 150, P1 plus P2 equal to 150, you can use dash, P1 dash, P2 dash, F1 dash, F2 dash. And by using these expressions, similarly, you can obtain P1 dash and P2 dash, F1 dash and F2 dash. By substituting F1 plus F1 dash, F2 plus F2 dash, and multiply with 12 into 2, 12 hours of each. So there are two distributions, 12 and 12, therefore 12 into 2, you will get total cost equal to 52,649.6 rupees. This is problem number 2. So this is problem number 3, in which IC1 incremental cost dF1 by dP1 equal to 1.32 P1 plus 220, dF2 by dP2 equal to 1.762 P2 plus 32. 132. So and PD1 50 megawatts and PD2 200 megawatts. Find F1 and F2 as per our equations. For a coordination equation is specified as IC1 equal to IC2. Therefore dC1 by dP1 equal to dC2 by dP2 equal to lambda. By using that expression, you can use P1 and P2 equal to 50. This is 1, this is 2. By solving 1 and 2, you will get P1 is equal to 0 approximately, P2 is equal to 50 megawatts. This is first case, PD is equal to 50 megawatts. Similarly, second case, so if you want to generate the power, P1 should not be equal to 0. Therefore, let us take P1 is equal to 10 megawatts and P2 is equal to 40 megawatts. You can also do that if you want to start the generator, first generator. Second case, case 2, PD is equal to 200. Therefore, P1 plus P2 is equal to 200 and IC1 equal to IC2. By solving these two equations, you will get P2 is equal to 114.3 megawatts, P1 is equal to 85.7 megawatts. But of course, each one will generate only PG maximum equal to 100. By forcing the limits of generation, you can generate only 100 megawatts maximum. Therefore, P2 is limited to 100 megawatts and hence P1 is also 100 megawatts. This is the distribution. This is problem number 3. So this is problem number 4, in which 2-bus system is given. Generator 1, PG1, this is PG2. PG1 maximum 200 megawatts, PG2 maximum 75 megawatts. Load is located at plant 1. Therefore, B11, B12, B21 all are equal to 0. Since the load is located at plant 1, it is observed when the power is 75 megawatts is imported from bus 1 to bus 2, the loss amounted to 5 megawatts. Imported to bus 1, that means bus 2 is generating the 75 megawatts and supplying the power to bus 1, 75 megawatts. Then loss is 5 megawatts. 5 megawatts, that is equal to B2 to P2 square equal to 5 megawatts. P2 is 75 megawatts. P2 equal to 75 megawatts. Substitute that P2 and PL is 5. PL is equal to 5. By using that, B22 equal to 8.9 into 10 power minus 4 megawatt inverse. And B12 equal to B12 equal to B21, B21 equal to B11, that is equal to 0. Since the load is located at plant 1, and hence B11 is obtained as B22 is obtained as this, and other B coefficients are 0. Now, coordination equation, you can use this equation at station number 1. dC1 by dP1 plus lambda into dou PL by dou P1 equal to lambda. Dou PL by dou P1 equal to 0.03 P1 plus 15. Here dou PL by dou P2 equal to 2 B2 to P2. So therefore dC1 by dP1 equal to 0.03 P1 plus 15 IC1. This is IC2 into L2. So L1 is anyhow 1. This is L2, that is equal to lambda. Both are equal to lambda. By using these two equations, you can solve, and at lambda is equal to 20, you can obtain P1 is equal to 166.67 megawatts. And P2 has 23.36 megawatts. When P2 is 23.36, let us substitute to obtain PL, transmission loss PL. So this is 0.48 megawatts. So the total demand is P1 plus P2 minus PL, that is equal to 178 megawatts. This is problem number 4. Problem number 5. A power system with 2 generating stations supplied a total amount of 300 megawatts. Neglecting the transmission losses, economic schedule of plant generation is 175 megawatts and 125 megawatts. Find the saving in the production cost rupees per hour due to economical schedule as compared to the equal distribution of the same load. When the equal distribution P1 is equal to 150, P2 equal to 150 megawatts, but unequal economical distribution 175 and 125. IC1 equal to this one, IC2 equal to this one, 30 plus 0.3 P1, 32.5 plus 0.4 P2 respectively. Now C1 is equal to integration of IC1, integral IC1. Integration of IC1. Similarly, integration of IC2. By integrating, you'll get 0.3 P1 square plus 30 P1 plus some constant. Similarly, C2. That constant is taken as x here, y for the second case. X and y are the constants. P1 and P2 are obtained as 150 and 150. By using that expression, the increase in the cost at the plant 1 is obtained. So when it is operating as 175, 150, the difference is obtained. Here 150 and 150 are used, 150 and 125. So this is the cost 3562, 3185.87. So the difference is 372 rupees per hour. So annual savings 372 into 24 hours into 365 days, we will get 32,85,000 rupees. That is the annual saving. So next, problem number 6. Steam power plants. There are 2 steam power plants. IC1 and IC2 are specified as specified like this: 0.08 P1 plus 16, 0.08 P2 plus 12. B11 is equal to 0.001 megawatt inverse. 0.001 megawatt inverse. B12 B21 equal to minus 0.0005 per megawatt. B22 0.0024 per megawatt. Find the economic schedule of the generation for lambda is equal to 20. So P1 expression we obtain that P1 is equal to 1 minus B1 by lambda minus 2B21 P2 divided by A1 by lambda plus 2B11. By substituting all the parameters, we will obtain this expression. And P1 is equal to 0.2 plus 0.001 P2 divided by 0.006. P2 equal to 0.4 plus 0.001 P1 divided by 0.0088. So therefore P2 is equal to 0, P1 is equal to 33.3 at beginning. So let us assume P2 equal to 0 and substitute the value in the P1 expression, you will get 33.3. Again, when P1 is equal to 33.3, let us substitute that expression in the P2, you will get 49.2. When P2 is equal to 49, so let us substitute in the P1, you will get 41. So it is a iterative solution till you will get the optimal values. Let us have the fourth one, 41.7 and 50.2 respectively. So by using that expression, PL is calculated. So this PL expression, by substituting B coefficients in the expression, you will get 5.7 megawatts. P2 equal to 41.7 plus 50.2, 91.9 megawatts. And PR is equal to power received equal to, that is PD, that is PD, that is equal to PT minus PL, 5.7 megawatts. So therefore 86.2 megawatts. So with this I will conclude here. In the next video we will discuss some more problems and unit commitment. Thank you one and all.